No voiceover, just music. My morning started ordinarily enough. A cup of tea, some toast. Little did I know, my feed was about to explode. On August 26th, Noel and Liam Gallagher dropped a bombshell on social media. Naturally, the entire fan base went into meltdown mode. Speculation was running wild. On August 27th, at precisely 9 a.m. Paris time, the news broke. Oasis was reuniting for a massive 17-show tour across the UK and Ireland in 2025. My excitement was through the roof. I had to be there. The news spread like wildfire. Social media was a sea of Oasis memes, throwback photos, and desperate pleas for tickets. Friends I hadn't spoken to in years were suddenly texting. Everyone had an Oasis story, a song that had soundtracked their life. It felt like the whole world was caught up in Oasis fever. Newspapers ran headlines about the reunion. Radio stations played their hits on repeat. Oasis was back, and for a brief moment, it felt like the world was young again. The band's official website crashed within minutes of the announcement. It was a testament to their enduring popularity and the dedication of their fan base. The days leading up to the ticket sale were a blur of planning and preparation. I rounded up my equally obsessed friends and devised a plan of attack. We registered on multiple platforms and synchronized our watches. Laptops and phones ready, we prepared for the ticketing assault. This was Oasis, and failure was not an option. But wait, there's more. The day before the official sale, they announced a special preview sale. All you had to do was register with your email to get in. But here's the kicker. They made you prove you were a true Oasis fan by answering a quiz. The question? Who was the original drummer in the band? Easy peasy. Tony McCarroll, of course. I nailed it, sent in my answer, and waited to be selected. But as fate would have it, I wasn't one of the lucky ones chosen for the preview sale. So, on to the main event I went, hoping for better luck. So here's the deal. I log in for the Dublin tickets right at 8:30 a.m. Paris time, feeling pretty confident. But then, I noticed something strange. People online were already talking about how they'd been in the queue since 8:20 a.m. That's when it hit me. Ticketmaster had opened the queue 40 minutes before the official sale time. By the time I finally got into the queue, it was already 8:35 a.m., and my heart sank when I saw my position, 435,183. Yup, that's right. Nearly 435,000 people ahead of me. At that point, I knew my chances of getting a ticket were as slim as Noel and Liam actually getting along. But I wasn't ready to give up. I still had a shot with the UK dates, which were going on sale at 10 a.m. Paris time. This time, I was smarter. I jumped into the queue as early as possible, not taking any chances. And guess what? I managed to get a slightly better spot, 15,465 in line. Still a crazy high number, but at least it wasn't in the 6 digits this time. The queue was moving painfully slow, and the stress was real. But I thought I might actually have a shot at getting tickets. Now this is where things get really crazy. As if the massive queues weren't bad enough, the ticketing websites started to buckle under the pressure. Gigs and tours, C-tickets, Ticketmaster. They all started glitching, showing error messages and even crashing. It was a digital apocalypse. People were getting kicked off the site. Others had their sessions suspended because the system thought they were bots. And I was just sitting there watching the loading wheel spin, praying I'd somehow make it through. Ticketmaster even put out a statement denying that their site had crashed. But we all know what we saw. Screens full of error codes and endless frustration. Oh, and let's not forget about dynamic pricing. This little gem of a concept means that ticket prices aren't fixed. They change based on demand. Here's how it works. When there's a massive surge in ticket requests, which, let's face it, is exactly what happens with a highly anticipated reunion like Oasis, the prices start climbing. Originally, standards tickets were supposed to be from £74 to £206, which seemed pretty reasonable. But as the queue numbers soared and the demand went through the roof, those prices quickly inflated to £350 or more. Ticketmaster was allowed by the event organizers to use an in-demand pricing model, so the more people wanted tickets, the higher the prices. And if you thought you could get a good deal, think again. It seemed like a real rip-off. Some lucky fans saw the prices skyrocket within hours. And if you were still in the queue when this happened, you might have faced prices that were several times the original cost. To make matters worse, within hours of the sale, tickets started popping up on resale sites like Viagogo and Gigsburg for eye-watering amounts, up to €6,000 in some cases. Oasis quickly stepped in with multiple warnings, telling fans to avoid these secondary sites and stick to official resale platforms like Ticketmaster and Twickets. But by then, the damage was done, and many were left feeling pretty deflated. Sold-out dreams. Despite the technical issues, the inflated prices, and the general feeling of being cheated, the shows sold out in minutes. The demand was simply too high. Millions of fans around the world were left empty-handed. Their dreams of seeing Oasis dashed against the rocks of a broken ticketing system and predatory pricing. The sense of defeat was palpable. Social media was awash in tales of woe, with fans sharing their stories of frustration and disappointment. The dream of a generation, it seemed, had sold out in the blink of an eye. It felt like more than just missing out on a concert. It was a missed opportunity to reconnect with our youth, to relive a moment in time when things seemed simpler, when music was everything, and Oasis ruled the airwaves. So there you have it, the wild, stressful, and completely chaotic saga of trying to get tickets for Oasis Live 25. If you were one of the lucky few who managed to snag a ticket, consider yourself blessed by the rock gods. For the rest of us, well, we might have to settle for watching the highlights on YouTube. Let me know in the comments if you had a similar experience or if you somehow managed to beat the system and score tickets. The Oasis ticket chaos was a roller coaster of emotions, from the initial euphoria of the reunion announcement to the crushing disappointment of the ticket sale. However, amidst the frustration, there was also a sense of community. It reminded us why we love music, and why, despite the challenges, we keep coming back for more. The legend of the band and their music lives on,